This is Julian with the Drain Specialist doing a video inspection here at 3523 East Colbert. So we've just cleaned the line out. There's been recurring issues, and we'll show you where that was, commentate as we go about. And we've cleaned out the line. We ran a cutter through, scraped off what rust scale there was to scrape off, and then we ran a jetter upstream from the outside clean out up to this clean out, which is in the basement bathroom, or right behind the basement bathroom. This is in the closet of the workout room at the northeast corner of the house. So we're just going to run through here, show what we've got. I'll reset my foot counter. That way we can So basement toilet ties in right here. This is a Y. The stack is in the wall, just on the other side of the sink. When we did this, when we ran the camera through the first time, there was lots of loose rust scale along the bottom of this pipe. This looks a lot better than it did. So we're heading towards the south, which is where the clean out is. We went through with the jetter a couple times right here. That didn't want to go anywhere, so I don't think that's going to change. This is where it keeps backing up, or at least this is where we found when we ran the camera. We cleared a pretty fair amount of paper or toilet paper right here. Not sure if it had to do with what was being flushed down this line plus what was being flushed from the line that we're running from. This is where it cleared. So, and there was tons of rust scale here along both sides. We can kind of see that there is some water holding right here. So that kind of indicates that the line might be a little flat grade right here. And if a lot of toilet paper goes down in here and isn't a lot of water that's pushing through, then it'll settle right there and plug it up. Somebody did flush while we were doing this procedure, so there's a little bit of toilet paper hanging right there. Pretty rough right here in this part of the line. Like I said, I've ran the cutter through right in this all the way to that clean out, so this is as smooth as it's going to get with a cutter. So maybe this might be an indication that we may need to get a liner put in this line to make it really smooth. But as I said before, we had lots of flakes here. Even to the point that there's a joint. Even to the point that the scales were covering over the lens of the camera, so we couldn't even see. So this looks much better than it did. But this wasn't where the issue is, and based on the description, it's never been a problem beyond this, because the floor drain that's in the furnace room never backs up. And I think that's where the Y is that we showed you before. Little rough spot here too. But no leftover flakes. So right about here was probably where there was more flakes that were piling up at one point. Another little belly, it looks like. Possible sign of deterioration of the pipe right there. So that might be another reason why a liner might not be a bad idea. There's a Y for probably the basement bathroom that's on the south side of the basement. Ties in right here. That also has never had any issues. This kind of, the water is out of here. Oh, there's a little bit. But the black marking kind of makes me think that water has and does sit there. Like I said, this has not been where the problem is. Yeah, I think the pipe is actually going out right here. We can see, hard to see, but we can see kind of the bottom of it. Maybe the bottom of it is starting to go out. It's obviously not completely, but you can see on the side, on the bottom right. Looks like it's starting to go. Once again, a liner may not be a bad idea. Kitchen line ties in right here. That was pretty gummed up originally. That looks a lot better. Another elbow. And that's the outside clean out, I think, right here. Maybe not quite. No, pretty sure that's it, because it's the last elbow right before it leaves the house. I may just push it a little further just to make sure, though. Yeah, I think that's the clean out. When the getter was in there, that's where it seemed to be. So this is all outside, where it's never been an issue. So yeah, I think that's our outside clean out. So line's cleaned out of flakes and rust scale that were loose. Like I said, we ran the cutter through, cleaned out as much as we could off the sides, and jetted it out. So this looks a lot better than it did. Once again, if this continues to be an issue, a liner or replacing the whole line is probably the next step. So that concludes our video.